You already know. Welcome to another edition of the Balking Dead. I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets, and this show's still sponsored by Prize Picks. So go on over to Prize Picks if you haven't. Use promo code PUBSPORTS, and your first match deposit up to $100. They got you. So do us a favor. It really fucking helps. And yeah, I'm going to keep trying to do you guys favors. And smash the fucking like on your way in here if you already haven't. If you're in Twitter world, this video and link will end shortly. So come join the fucking chat, the livest chat out there, where we fucking put money in our pockets. Because the plays I give out are the plays I got money on. It's not just what I like. So shout out to you guys. Without you, there ain't no me. And hit the share and retweet and get this fucking crew bumping, guys. So shout out to you guys. And we got 4 games to talk about. Lots to talk about today, guys. Not every day do I write out games where I want to talk fucking baseball. You know, it's my job. I get paid. And I do fucking quite well betting on baseball. But I like to bet on pitchers, guys. I like good pitching matchups. And today, there's so many good pitching matchups all across the fucking board. It's almost like Christmas in July. And when it's Christmas in any other month than Christmas, it's been well for us on this show. So let's fucking go, as Tone's saying. What's the levels play, my guy? They said, what's the levels? Because there's levels to this shit. So let's get to it. Shane McClanahan and Luis Castillo, levels. Shane McClanahan is the best left-handed pitcher in all of baseball right now. Levels. 9-3 with a 1.74 ERA in 16 games, 133 strikeouts in 98 innings of work, 10 straight games going 6+ innings, hitting 8+ strikeouts in 7 of 10 games, while hitting 7 in the other 3. He's definitely been the best pitcher, left-handed pitcher in all of baseball. He's in the Cy Young contention right now. I believe they have him a little bit behind my man Tone's Verlander, because he got a ticket on Verlander. I'm not just saying it's his man. I'm saying it's his man because he bet him. He got money on him. And if you got money on him, and I've seen your ticket, and I've seen his ticket, it ain't no little bet. So let's fucking go Verlander. And don't just cash ladders for the producer. Cash fucking tickets for the Tone man. So let's get to it and keep talking about this beast from the East, Shane McClanahan. So I'm fucking confused about his K prop. I figured it would be an 8.5 or maybe even a 9.5. Like going to sleep last night, I'm just like, this has got to be the first 9.5 for McClanahan. This has got to be right. And I wake up and it was 7.5, and it was juiced to like -106. And within an hour, it's in plus money. Am I not seeing something here? Like, I'm not fucking seeing it, guys. At the end of the day, is this a trap for Shane McClanahan to hit 8 strikeouts at +106? It may be, but guess what? Sign me up for this trap. I've ran into traps with Shane McClanahan all year, and he's done nothing but fucking pay me. If he decides to fucking gut check me today, so be it. He's going up against a team that is walking middle of the pack, 9.4% versus lefties. They're striking out middle of the pack with a 225 average, 25 worse in the league, and a 774 OPS, which is 11th. ISO of a 134. So Shane McClanahan is pretty much going 6 fucking innings. He's not your everyday fucking lefty. I split up his lefty to righty strikeouts. He don't see lefties, bro. They're not putting lefties in the lineup versus this guy, and he almost has a 13.5 strikeout per 9 otherwise. So you're telling me the Cincinnati Reds are going to get to Shane McClanahan? Go fuck yourself, bro. I get it. Max Fried didn't hit it versus these Reds, but Max Fried ain't a strikeout pitcher. Max Fried does look for the ground ball in certain situations. Shane McClanahan is one of the elite strikeout pitchers in all of baseball, and I've got to keep riding this Shane McClanahan train. 8+ at plus money, guys. To get over 7.5, sign me the fuck up. Fantasy scores at 41.5, and I don't hate your look there, but I've just got to ride the guy who's been the man all fucking year. If you're looking for a fucking solid-ass parlay piece today, he's at -200 just for 7. He has 7 in all but 1 game this year. He's pretty much a lock for 7. So I don't hate you if you're trying to ride the 7 on other plays, and I will be doing that also. I will have him on the 7s, and then I will have him up to 8. I'm not going to ladder him, even though he is a type you can ladder if you want. On the other hand, we got Luis Castillo, 3-4 with a 3.09 ERA in 11 games. He's gone 6+ innings in 7 of his last 9 games. He does have a home 4.18 and a road 2.25. Not fucking surprised, guys. He pitches in Cincinnati, which is a goddamn bandbox of a stadium. So, let's get into it. 6 Ks or more in 6 of his last games. Not including his first few games, guys. His first few games were like spring training. He came to the league late. He didn't play the first few months, and he took a couple weeks to get going. And Luis Castillo has gotten going and has 6 strikeouts in 6 of his last 7 games. They have his K prop. It was at 7+, and it got slammed to the under, and it moved all the way, just kept moving. Now the 6 is on Prize Picks at a -124. To hit 7 is -106. And his fantasy score is 34.5. I'm taking him over 5.5 strikeouts. He's going up against a team that is walking 4th in the league, 9.8% versus righties. They're striking out middle of the pack. They're top 3 average and top 10 OPS over the last 3 weeks. The Rays have been crushing the ball with Wander Franco back in the lineup. And I'm going to run right into this train. Now, do the numbers say to run it versus this team? No, it does not. The numbers that tell me to run it is he has 6 strikeouts or more in 6 of his last 7 games. Like, at the end of the day, I've got to play those numbers. I get it. This team is hitting, and it is what it is. I think the number's just a little too low. They did get cracked on the 7, and it should have never been a fucking 7. So, is what it is. Maybe we can middle them today, and the books just get fucking cracked. So, actually, no, the middle helps the books because, no, it don't. If a 6 hits dead on, oh, man, they're getting split in the butt cheeks. Woo! Let's fuck these bookies up. I want to cash with the guys who hit the under. So, I ain't hating. I ain't hating on your plays. But, yeah, both bullpens, drastic difference. Rays pin is 8th with a 3.35 over the last 30 days, and the Reds pin is dead fucking last. Dead red Reds with a 5.49 ERA over the last 30 days. No run first inning is at a -135. And hitting props in this game. I'm not going to be looking at too many Reds, guys. I think Shane McClanahan is one of the elite fucking pitchers in baseball. Can he get hit in a shitty-ass stadium? Yes, he can. But if he does get hit, I expect the strikeouts to then go up. Angry Shane McClanahan is good for business. So, the one guy you cannot ignore in this game is Francisco Mejia. Very small sample size, but in 6 at-bats, he has 2 home runs and 3 hits. Batting .500 with 2 bombs, and he's in a bandbox of a fucking stadium in Tampa and then in Cincinnati. So they don't have his props out right now because he's only in the lineup half the time. So when they do let these props come out, I expect to be on him. But on Prize Picks, I am on him. Over a half a base is a fucking joke for a guy who's slugging like that versus him. So sign me up on Prize Picks, please, and fucking thank you, Francisco Mejia. Also, little story on Francisco Mejia. I grew up watching that kid for a while. Not grew up, but then he had played minor league baseball 25 minutes down the road. He is one of the elite hitting catchers prospect-wise in all of baseball. He's been in the big leagues now for a year and a half, traded to Cleveland, then traded to the Rays. He's a shitty defensive catcher. He needs to learn how to call games. He needs to learn that part, but his bat is the reason why he was the top prospect in all of catching over the last few years till he got brought up. So the guy can fucking rake, and he sees the guy well in a small sample size. Then we get to talk about another great game. It's always great games. Great games on great games on great games. Let's fucking go, as the homie Underrated just said up in the chat, guys. So smash the fucking like if you haven't. Hit the retweet, hit the share, and let's get to some monies, guys, because that's what it's really about. So Pablo Lopez and Chris Bassett. Speaking of, though, I'm on both those K props in the last game. If you didn't hear it, I am. Yeah, is what it is, and let's fucking ride. Pablo Lopez versus Chris Bassett's the next game. Marlins and Mets. Whew. Pablito. Pablo's 5-4 with a 2.97 ERA in 16 games. He has been slowly just getting worse and worse and worse as the season goes on. He has a April ERA of 0.39, a May of 2.78, and a June of 5.34. God damn, we've been talking about it for over 2 months on this show. Pablo Lopez's problems in the fucking first inning. It's kind of like the problems with the people in the chat not hitting the like button. So smash the fucking like while I talk about Pablo Lopez. His ERA in the first inning is a 5.34. Anything else in the first 5 innings, he beats it by 2.5 runs. So if he can get out the first inning, this guy can get to mowing. He does have an issue third time through the lineup as well. So it's not like smooth fucking sailing with Pablo Lopez even getting out the first inning. You need to be worried third time through the lineup because his ERA then jumps back up to a 5+. Pablo Lopez is not on Alcantara's level, like I tried to say to my man Noli earlier this year. Is what it is. Alcantara's the best fucking pitcher in baseball, and I wouldn't hate anybody looking at an MVP bet right now on Alcantara. MVP? No, what about Cy Young? Yeah, I get it. Cy Young? Yeah, that's in the bag, guys. You're not going to get good value on that. But the last time a pitcher in the National League led their division in WAR, which was Clayton Kershaw, back in 2014, he won the Cy Young and the MVP. So he leads the league in WAR right now with Goldschmidt and Arenado behind him. And if this guy keeps doing what he's doing, he will be in the MVP contentions, and you will get good value taking a pitcher. But off of him and on to Lopez, the worser of the two. He played these Mets June 17th in New York, 5.1 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs with 5 strikeouts. Okay, he got whooped that game, right? Well, a little bit more to look into. He got hit by a pitch the game before, had a bullpen, and they pushed him back, and then he got cracked. So I'm not going to fucking look too much into that game right there. Like, that game was a bad spot for Pablo Lopez. Now, last year versus this team, 7 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs with 8 Ks. When I run these numbers up versus the numbers the Mets have over the last 15 days, versus June 17th, they were walking 5.4%. Now they're walking 5%. Their strikeouts are pretty much the same, around 21%. Their average is dead ass the same, 242. Their OPS is dead ass the same, 705. And their ISO's the same. So he's pretty much seen the same fucking team he ran into 3 weeks ago, except Pablo Lopez is at home. This guy has pitched better at home over the last 2 seasons. And he's owned this team before last year, and that was also at home. So I know this team is hitting the ball, top, middle of the pack, average OPS, but I expect a big bounce back game versus this Mets team, guys. Now, his K-prop is 5+ at -150, 4.5 on Prize Picks, and it's at 32.5 on Fantasy Score. I will be on his Fantasy Score, and his K-prop to me depends on who's in the lineup. So I have to see lineups out to run it up against what I need for him to be playing his K-prop. And if I get as much bats as I need in there, I'm going to attack it. But it strictly depends on how many right-handed, left-handed bats I can get in this game. So, on the other hand, we got Chris Bassett, where all I could say is fucking run for your fucking hills, bro. Like, if this guy has a good game, bro, like, oh, fuck. That's baseball, but everything says this guy's going to be bent over, pulled back willingly, like he's going to pull his own cheeks back, and he's going to get a train ran on him today, guys. At the end of the day, he's 6-5 with a 4.01 ERA in 15 games. He has some drastic fucking splits, a 3.16 home ERA and a 5.17 road. He is at home. So, 6 of his last 8 has gone 6+ innings, including his last 2 games, which both have happened to be versus the same fucking team he's playing now. This is a back-to-back-to-back versus the Marlins. Like, good fucking God, can the scheduling gods get any fucking worse for this guy? Jesus Christ. And he's done well in both games with a quality start. The first game he went 6.1 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 balls, 9 Ks. His strikeouts went down the second inning. The second time, no fucking shit. When your team strikes out 9 fucking times, they're usually going to swing first pitch a lot fucking more. So how did they do the next time? Well, he went 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 0 walks, and 5 Ks. That 0 walks is because they were swinging first pitch. That's why he went 7 innings. Now, can he go 7 innings again? I guess it is the Marlins. They are walking 20th in the league, 7.5%. They're striking out middle of the pack. They're 21st average and 23rd OPS with an ISO of 137. Now, the only fucking thing to me is 3 times in a row says, dude, they've got to fucking destroy you. But it is the Miami Marlins. But there's no way in goddamn hell I could run a K-prop of 6+ at plus 108, 5.5 on Prize Picks, and a fantasy score of 35.5. I can't, guys. This is his 3rd time seeing a team in 3 fucking weeks, bro. Like, that's not good for business. Now, fading people, too, hasn't been good for business for me either. So I'll just kick back, and if Chris Bassett goes out and does Chris Bassett things, great. That's better for Pablo Lopez on the other side. You know, I don't want him just to get fucking 10 runs and Pablo Lopez to get relaxed. No, I want a nice, good pitched game so Pablo Lopez is feeling. Marlins pin 20th over the last 30 days with a 4.25 ERA, and the Mets pin is 10th with a 3.51 ERA. No run first inning is at a minus 135, and there's no way in hell this to me is yes run first inning all the way, guys. At the end of the day, you got a guy seeing the team 3 times in a row, and you got fucking Pablo Lopez where if he's going to give up some runs, it's probably the first inning. So you've got 2 things going for you, and minus 135. I think that should be like that's for the no run first inning. They're giving you plus money, which is that to me is wild. Like wow, I don't understand it. I don't have no hitting props in this game personally to bet on, but if you're playing DraftKings or FanDuel, load up at least half of your fucking stacks today with Miami Marlin bats. At the end of the day, running into a team 3 times, not good for business. And it's just pick your Marlins and ride with it. And then we get a game that I love to talk about, but I keep saying that about every game, and I'm going to say that today about every game because we got great fucking pitching matchups in every game. If I could show you the nonsense I have written just on this game, okay? Whoop. Well, then let's go on this side. These are all the math shit I had to do for K shit. Matthew, bro, this is just one fucking game, guys. I was just like, like a kid in a candy store, guys. You hear that? That's my dick hitting the table, bro. Boing! So let's talk about Tigers and White Sox. And there's probably a reason why I tell you guys not to tell your grandma or your fucking wife about this show, because you know what? I am who I am, and I am that guy. So, Tarik Skubal versus Lucas Giolito. These are 2 guys we made a lot of money with, guys. Tarik Skubal is coming into this game off of the most pitches ever in his lifetime, his last game out versus the Giants. He's thrown 9 more pitches than he ever has in his whole career. That right there, guys, is a checkbox for a fade. Just at the end of the day, that's not good for business. And I'm telling you this by shit I've learned by losing fucking money. It's not shit that I just come up with at the top of my fucking head. Nah, I've been betting baseball for a long time, guys. And if you don't learn from your fucking losses, you're probably just donating your fucking hard-earned money and you ain't withdrawing. And if you ain't withdrawing, what the fuck are you guys doing? At the end of the day, guys, we need to be paying ourselves. And Tarik Skubal has paid us more often than not. Tarik fucking Skubal, 5-7 with a 4.06 ERA in 16 games. He has a home 3.73 ERA and a road 4.5. He has 5 straight games not going past 5 innings. And we've talked about it for weeks, guys. He was lost for a few weeks, guys. He couldn't control arm side, glove side. He didn't know what was going on, blah, 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 blah. I've talked about it in the past. 2 weeks or before the Giants game, Hinch had a meeting with him. I thought I could trust him. And Hinch even left him out there as long as possible to give us that last strikeout. He had multiple 2-strike counts that he could not finish, guys, last week versus the Giants in a number situation that said the latter. And this guy's lost 5 straight games. I cannot bet on Tarik Skubal at this moment, not at this moment in the last 4 or 5 games, that's a box check that he's just not been good. Pitched the most pitches in his lifetime last 10 game out, check, not good. He's inside his own division where he's only had 6 strikeouts 1 out of 6 times, check box, not fucking good. Let's now look at these White Sox fucking numbers. He played versus them 1 time this year to open the year, and they fucking blasted him. 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs with 3 Ks. But if we go back to last year, 3 times he played the Sox. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned runs with 11 strikeouts. Beast. Then it was a back-to-back. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. Beast. Then he played him later on that year, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 Ks. Now, would this be a spot where, look, he's hit 6 Ks or more every time last year. They're putting us at plus 124. They're giving you some value. He's shown that he can get that number. If he was in correct form and not in the division, I would run it, guys. But to me, there's too many check boxes saying no that I have to stay off. 12 of 16 games, he does have 5+ Ks. The 4 times he doesn't have 5 Ks is all in the division. So there's just a lot going there to tell me that, Scooble, I hope you have a great game, even though I think you're going to be taken to the woodshed. But if he has a good game, then I can start looking to bet him again. But right now, he's just a watch and see. The guy doesn't know what's going on. He's talking about it out loud. So I can't bet on a guy who has issues, and he's going up against a team just destroying lefties. I had to drop it back to a month to have 200 plate appearances because people don't want to send lefties up against this team. Over the last month, they are walking league average 8.3%, striking out 11th, 23.8, so almost 24. That's not really good, guys, but 27 is play on. 296 average with the 762 OPS. That is second average, 11th OPS, but they're not really scoring runs with an ISO of 113. So are the numbers there for him to get 6? Yes. But there's a lot of numbers saying no, guys. So at the end of the day, I just have to pay attention to that and hope he does go out and have a good game. But then again, I kind of hope he doesn't because I will be on some hitting props on the other side when we get to that. So let's get to this side. Lucas Giolito, 5-4 with a 4.9 ERA in 14 games. He does have 89 strikeouts and 75 innings of work. He's been a roller coaster with his ERA-wise, but more often than not, he's good for his K-prop. Unless Tony La Russa fucking pulls him out at 83 pitches when he's fucking humming versus a team like the Angels who just swings and misses at everything, and Sharpie's got a bet on him. And they've been calling, and I knew it. And I knew it then, and even before that, this guy will be fired by the end of the year. That's a bet I'd actually look towards right now. Next manager to be fired, Tony fucking La Russa. I would not be surprised. I did call a couple fucking managers like Joe Madden. And the writing's on the wall at times, guys. And this team was expected to make the playoffs, and they're fucking ass. Except for their pitching core. Not their bullpen, but Giolito, guys, has been a beast K-prop wise. He played the Tigers first game of the year, 4 innings, 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. 4 times last year. And we're going to take out the last game. Why, Sharpie, are you going to take out a game? Because I looked at it. I seen the guy only pitched 4 innings. I seen he wasn't in trouble. And I seen it was at the end of the year. So I go click and do it. And I'm like, oh, okay, he threw 70 pitches and he started their fucking first playoff game. Yeah, they weren't going to ride him going into that. And that's another thing, speaking of, that we're going to bring up that I need to talk about, guys. We've got a fucking All-Star break coming up. And I would not be surprised, and I think that's the reason why they pulled Fried at the end of the day. Like, a lot of these pitchers are going to start the last game of the season before the All-Star that are going right now. And they're going to be pulling these guys to let bullpen people to get fucking action and shit, guys. So unless they're aces of a staff, I would say let's lay off K-props right now, guys. Unless they're fucking aces and you know they're going to be out there at least 6 fucking innings to get you your action. I see a lot of pitchers going to be getting the hook within the next week, guys, because they know they can ride their bullpen the next week. So take that into action. I'm giving you some fucking golden nuggets right now, guys. Take it in. Lucas Giolito. So we're going to take out the last game where he only threw 72 pitches because he was playing a playoff game the next week. And he fucking owned this team. In 3 games, he averaged 6 innings, 2 earned runs combined in all 3 games, with 9, 10, and 7 strikeouts in those games. They have his K prop at 7+ at -129, 6.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy scores at 38.5. Now, is this team hitting? Nope. Let's get into it. 8.4 walk percentage, middle of the pack K percentage, 23.2. 235 average with a 674 OPS and an ISO of 136. So they are bottom 10 average OPS. And Giolito owns this team. So am I on his K prop? I need to see the lineup. This is another guy where he shows me he pitches versus lefties and righties a whole different way. So I need me to see certain shit in certain lineups before I play certain guys. Certain guys like Castillo, McClanahan, Ohtani. There's certain guys that do well lefty, righty, doesn't matter what you put in the fucking lineup. So there's certain guys who do better versus certain people. And those are why I need lineups. And I need a lineup before I roll out Giolito personally. Tigers pin is 3rd over the last 30 days with a 2.98, and the Sox pin is 19th with a 4.22. And with that 3rd bullpen, I expect a quick hook on Tarik Skubal today. Like I said, he went his most pitches ever last time out, and I would not be surprised with that quick little fish hook on him. Sox pin has been garbage, 4.22, 420, and you just smoked that shit up. 19th in the league, and that's why I was upset with Tony La Russa pulling Giolito and the Angels, guys. Your pin's bad. You've got to ride your pitchers when they're on. And he rode Giolito the next time, or he rode the next pitcher the next time out, and we were on him. Who was that? Cease. And he got destroyed. We got our K prop. We needed him to go back out, but then he got destroyed. Like, the writing was on the wall for Cease to get hit. They were hitting him. The people that he was coming back out already seen him well. Where when we were on Giolito versus the Angels, he fucking retired the last 13 fucking batters, and he only got blown up 1 inning. Like, dude, what were you thinking, Tony La Russa? Oh, wait, you don't fucking think. You're the same guy who walked Trey Turner with a 1-ball, 2-strike count to load the bases, and then the Dodgers blew the game. So you got to remember, fucking with K-props, you are now fucking with a manager, and that's also a reason why I don't like to bet on Yankees a lot, because I hate their manager, bro. At the end of the day, he pulls pitchers when they shouldn't be pulled, unless they're the aces. He will leave the aces out there, but I just can't trust that guy. And you've got to be able to trust a manager when you're betting K props. And at the end of the day, I've got to see the lineup before I ride out Giolito. But what I don't need to see the lineup for is the 2 hitting props I'm on in this game. And I parlayed them up together because I figure they're going to happen at the same fucking time. And yeah, Tim Anderson versus Tarik Skubal, 14 plate appearances, batting .538 with 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 7 fucking hits. Ooh, 7 hits, and 6 of them are for extra bases, guys, with 5 dubskis and a home run. His fucking over 1.5 bases is only out of -110. I'm going to fucking get greedy here, guys. That should be a single bet. Nah, I'm going to hook him up to Jose Abubu. Why? 13 plate appearances. He's batting .462, 6 hits off of Skubal, where 4 of them are singles with 2 doubles. And I'm going to take his hits, runs, RBIs at -154. He's on a 12-game hit streak with 2+ bases in 8 of those 12 games. So, yeah, should he get 2+ bases? Yeah. But I just think he's going to get a knock. Well, Tim Anderson's on the fucking over, got my double. And Tim Anderson on a lefty will probably steal off of Skubal too. So I'm going to be on me some Tim Anderson over 1.5. And I'm going to parlay it up with me some Jose Abubu hits, runs, RBIs at -154. So many White Sox bats hit lefties better. Grandal, I don't think he's in the lineup, so that was bad Sharpie. But Berger, Vaughn, those are 2 guys too. If you just want to take a hit parlay, guys, at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind that too. But you are fucking with a really good bullpen. So I'm expecting this shit to happen off of Tarek Skubal and not have to worry about the bullpen, where Hase has some really good numbers off of Giolito, power numbers. 4 for 11, 5 strikeouts, which is beautiful for a K prop, but he's swinging for the fences. 3 of those 4 hits, he has 1 double and 2 home runs. So his 2+ bases is at plus 104, and you should be able to get his home run prop at over a plus 400 because he doesn't hit that many on the year, but this guy does swing for the fences, and he has 2 bomb skis off of him. So wouldn't mind a look at that. No run first inning in this game is at a minus 125, if I didn't say that. So, yeah, shout out to the fucking chat. 60 deep, 30 likes, dirty 30, the homie Trey. Y'all know the fucking deal. Smash the fucking like if you haven't. Join the fucking chat. Let me know what you guys are on. I see my guy Guillermo motherfucking Zertucci. I see the homie asking about Blake Snell. I'm not a Blake Snell fan, bro, personally. He's bet on at home, bet off the road. The guy has nasty enough shit that I'm not looking to bet the guy under. It's either over or pass with me with him because the shit that the dude does possess. He is ace type material. It's just fuck. You can't fucking control it half the time. So you're just shaking the dice playing with him. I can't trust him. So that's why I don't fuck with him too much. So, yeah, I try to be hilarious sometimes. You know, I'm a little bit funny. I'm a funny fucking guy, but, you know, if I was boring and wore a tie, I don't know if y'all would tune into me. Actually, I'd probably fucking make a lot more money in this business if I wore a tie and didn't cuss. But, whoop, I make my own money, so I don't need it. Last game on the day, guys. Another good game. 2 guys we like to bet on here, Phillies and Cardinals. And I've got this weird fucking thing we're going to talk about in this game where last night, Spencer Strider, shout out to that guy, that fucking man-child, was throwing a changeup too. Oh, fuck. Yes, he is a rookie, guys, so maybe next year will be different, but we got to just start riding this guy. And I mean, will I be late to the party? Yeah, I could admit that. I'll be late to the party, but I ain't going to pass up free money. No, sirree, Bobski. So, Zach Wheeler at Adam Wainwright. Wheeler is 7-4 with a 2.66 ERA. 99 strikeouts in 88 innings. 10 of last 12 games have been quality starts, including a game versus the Cardinals 5 days ago. 7 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs with 5 Ks. Last week was second time in the last 11 games not hitting his K prop. The other was versus Washington. And this is where Strider comes back in to talk. The last time Wheeler didn't hit his K prop was the last time he followed Strider the next day. Strider fucking shut down Washington, 11 strikeouts. Wheeler came the next day, didn't get the strikeouts, and got hit pretty fucking hard. So, what are you telling me, Sharpie? Well, I was telling you earlier about Strider, and now we're right back in the same situation, guys. So it's kind of fucking weird that one team pitches for the Phillies, one team pitches for the Braves, and yet you're following like their schedule of who they're playing, and you're matching up against the next pitcher, and it's a back-to-back, and you didn't hit your K-prop last time? All systems fucking off here, but I think he gets fucking torched today personally, and I definitely don't think he hits his K-prop. They put his K-prop 7+ minus 108. His 6 is at a minus 145, and his fantasy scores at a 38.5. He's going up against a team, though, where the numbers say play a K-prop. 6.8%, 25th in the league, walk percentage. 24.9 K percentage, 25th in the league. 227 average, 683 OPS with a 162 ISO. Over the last 2 weeks, the Cardinals' numbers have fucking gone down. They played some really fucking good pitchers in that time, you know. So, now is Zach Wheeler a good pitcher? Yes. But it's a back-to-back. And I expect these hitters to get them, especially after seeing a guy like Strider last night, where Zach Wheeler's fastball, cutter, slider. The cutter looks like a slider. People thinks it's a slider. It's really a cutter. It's almost the same fucking pitcher, bro, at the end of the day. And they're not going to sit back and relax. And they've seen you before. Yes, Wheeler is a beast. He is an ace. And he should throw different pitches this time than he did last time out. He should sequence shit different. It will be a different game. I get it. I just don't think the strikeouts are there personally. So I will be off of Wheeler today. And Wainwright, I think he gets fucking blasted too. I mean, at the end of the day, he's 6-6 with a 3.26 ERA in 16 games. He does have a home 2.25 ERA and a road of 4.10. He's at home. Last year, he had a 4 back-to-backs. 3 of the 4 he did better ERA-wise, while 3 of the 4 his strikeouts went up as well, too. He's now on a back-to-back. The only thing that fucking worries me is there's no fucking Yadier Molina. So, is it Yadier Molina or is it Adam Wainwright? And I personally would like to think that it's Yadier Molina. I know Adam Wainwright is a fucking beast, and he has shown throughout his career he does well on a back-to-back. His K-prop, he has hit over more strikeouts on a back-to-back. This is a guy that is not going to pitch you the same thing that he pitched you the last week because he is a super veteran pitcher. If there's a name of veteran pitching, it's Adam fucking Wainwright. So that this guy, K-prop, says it is bet on when he's going up against the same team back-to-back. Am I going to trust him? No. But I would not be surprised if he hits it. His K-prop is 6+ plus 112, 5 on Prize Picks at a -136. His fantasy score is a 25.5. Phillies over the last 15 days are walking 14th in the league, striking out 14th in the league with a middle-of-the-pack average and a top 10 OPS and a killer ISO, a 211 ISO. They are fucking crushing the goddamn ball power numbers-wise. They're not hitting for average? Okay, cool. That's the Phillies. That's what we know of the Phillies. Yeah, no problem. So no run first inning is at a -120, where the Phillies pin over the last 30 days is 15th with a 3.59, and the Card pins is top 10 with a 3.34. I'm going to look at some hitting props in this game, guys. And if you didn't watch the game last week, Hoskin owns Wainwright. 10 plate appearances, no walks, 6 hits, 4 extra base hits with 3 home runs and a double. That double was a fucking foot away from another home run. Bounced off the goddamn wall. This guy owns Adam Wainwright. Yes, I know it's a game of averages. He just got a bunch of fucking hits. I get it. It shouldn't happen. But Adam Wainwright doesn't have the overpowering type stuff. And Hoskin is one of the hottest hitters on this team since June. We cast with him yesterday. And I'm going to go right back to him again today. 2+ bases, -122. And I'm going to be on Rhea Maltu 2+ hits, runs, RBIs at a -122. We know 22 is my goddamn number. Clayton the fucking great. Y'all speaking to me when you put that number -122. Why? Well, 19 plate appearances, no walks. Once again, guys, I love the no walks. And I love over 15 plate appearances. And the no walks. This means these guys are up there to swing the fucking bat. So, no walks, 9 hits, only 1 extra base hit, and 8 of those singles. On base percentage of a .474. All that is hitting because, once again, no walks. So, I'm going to take his hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ -122. I expect lots of people on. I expect him to be batting 4th or 5th today, and there should be Hoskins on for him to cash. Real, I mean, this to me ends up for a Wainwright. I think both these guys get pounded personally, but Wainwright has shown to pitch better in a back-to-back. So, would not be surprised if the old wily veteran goes out there and does it again. So, is what it is. Life's a bitch and you marry one. I'm going to fade him with some bats. Shout out to C-Mac with the pack. We did our Sunday show last week, and we talked about it. This was the Sunday night game, and he talked about Rhea Maltu was due for an extra base hit and was on the over 1.5. Like, he's got this many hits off the guy. He's due for a dubski, and that's another way to look at it, you know? Like, not a bad way. If you've got 8 singles off of a guy, well, you see him well. What happens when you do square this full up? Like, might be worth a shot looking at shit like that when a guy has a bunch of singles. Maybe it's that time he busts them one time. So definitely was a good look by C-Mac last week. And Yeah, I'll be on his hits, runs, RBIs because the dude's obviously says he's getting a hit today. Probably worth throwing on any type of fucking long shot parlay you're gonna do today. I love me my long shot parlays. His one hit will be on there because the dude's gonna get a fucking hit. So is what it is. Life's a bitch, then you marry one. And yeah, let's talk about some prize picks, and I'll go back over the K props that I did bet. Let's get to it though. We're going to take some Pablo Lopez's fantasy score over 32.5. Yes, the Mets hit him last time, but yes, he was coming off of he got hit by a line drive the game before in his throwing hand. He took a bullpen, didn't feel right. They pushed him back 2 days. He started, got walloped. He's coming in off of a good game in Washington. He is now on the road again, and I expect a bounce back day from Pablo Lopez. Get through the first inning, and we got cruise sailing. I am looking at his K prop. I haven't played it yet. I need to look at the lineups before I pull the trigger, but that's also another reason why I did take the fantasy score, because I see this guy getting it, and if not, if I don't pull the trigger on the K prop, I do expect a quality start from the Colombian Coke Lord, Pablo Lopez. And then Rhys Hoskins. I thought I wanted his 1.5 bases. I already bet that personally, but dude, I got to get fucking smart. I got to be cute. I got to be like, all right, Adam Wainwright, put myself in an Aces pitcher's head. No Bryce Harper in the lineup. All right, who's the guy that fucking hurts me? Oh, look, there's that big fucking goof, Rhys Hoskins. I might just walk this fool 10 times today. Granted, he's probably only going to see him 3 times, but realistically, he could get walked 3 times today. Now, if he does get a hold of it, booyah, he easily cashes us this over 6 fantasy score, but I got to take in the fact that he can get walked, and I do expect Wainwright to get hit by other people. So I'm going to look at his fantasy score, and I think that's the right angle, and I think it's way too low. I thought it should have been an 8.5. So Rhys Hoskins' fantasy score, please and thank you. And then we're going to go to old Francisco Mejia. Over a half a base. They ain't offering his props yet on the bases on the books yet because they haven't put the lineups out. But if this guy's in the lineup, this guy's only has 6 at bats off Castillo, very small sample size. But 2 of those 3 hits are bombs, and we're talking about Cincinnati, where you just hit the ball on a pop fly and it goes. He does see the guy well in the 6 at bats, so he's a switch hitter, and so we'll be batting from the left-handed side. And is a hitting catcher. He is not a catcher that is a good defensive catcher, so he'll probably DH today. So, and you've got action on the 30th worst bullpen in all of baseball. Yeah, please sign me up. Razor on the road. He should have all at bats. Yes, he will be at the end of the lineup, but don't hate it. I am on both K props in that game. Now, do the numbers call for it? No, they do not. But Castillo has 6 strikeouts or more in 6 of his last 7 games. Whether he gets hit or not, he gets 6 strikeouts. So they dropped it down to 5.5 at minus 124. I got to take that. McClanahan may be a fucking trap. They put it at 7.5 at plus money. I got to run head in fucking first into this trap. This guy has been money for us all year and has 8 strikeouts or more in 7 of his last 10 games. In those other games, he had 7. So he will be there. He will have opportunities to strike this team out, and I think he gets it for us. So shout out to all you fucking guys for tuning in. Without you guys, I ain't shit. Smash the fucking like on the way out, and yeah, until next time, go on over to Prize Picks, use promo code PubSports. Why? Your first match deposit up to $100. They got you. And not just because of that, all that fucking, every one of you that's used this promo code is the reason why I'm here, guys. At the end of the day, you guys help us more than most. Helps us a lot. Helps us more than donations. So just use that promo code. Do us a favor. We do you favors. You know, a little wash your back, you wash mine. Up to $100. You flip it 1 time, it turns into real money. So until next time, let's have a fucking great Christmas in July.